All right, so today we read Exodus chapters 14 through 16. And yesterday we read about the children of Israel leaving Egypt finally. And then in chapter 14, they leave, but then the king of Egypt decides that he's going to chase after them and regrets letting them go. I'm assuming because of the free labor that they provided. And he goes after them, and then God, God basically tells Moses not to complain, that he should already know what to do. Essentially, that was kind of funny. And then they're like, "Why did you bring us here so we could die? Like, why didn't you just leave us there? It was much better. It's better than death." So that was kind of funny. Um, and then God tells Moses to part the Red Sea, and they walk through on dry ground, and that's pretty cool to imagine. It says that the sea became walls on each side of them, and that the ground was completely dry. So pretty crazy miracle. And then in the prior chapter was introduced the pillar of fire in the cloud that led the Israelites through the desert. So really cool chapter to read. And then it really reinforces what happened. They're kind of celebrating. They're like, wow, this is amazing. It goes into a lot of detail and kind of just reinforces what happened, which is really nice. And then in chapter 16, manna is introduced. They're starving, and then God, I guess, changes the water from bitter to sweet with a piece of wood. And then one thing that really stood out to me that I thought was really cool was that he said, "If you keep my commands, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, and I am the God that heals." So I thought that was really cool that he said, if you keep God's commands, that he won't bring any diseases upon you and he will heal you. So I thought that was a really cool verse. But yeah, it goes through manna and then introduces the Sabbath, which is, Saturday, the day of rest, and tells them that they should rest and that they should not be gathering food. They should prepare food for the Sabbath on Friday. So I would love to hear, if you're inclined to comment, what stood out to you, what you're thinking about today. But some beautiful scripture reading today. Thank you so much for joining.